Welcome to the channel rather dubiously called Rufioh. I'm the best Yu-Gi-Oh tuber in my street, a very average player who uses this platform to trick you into thinking I'm good at and capable of playing Yu-Gi-Oh on any kind of level at all. Before we get started, why don't you hit subscribe for me, even if it's not because you secretly enjoy bad content, but because you pity me. I need every bit of help I can get. Hi guys, this is Joe here from Rufioh, bringing you my updated version of this video that I release every so often. Just covering all of the new copies of Blue Eyes White Dragon I've got. So I've been working on this collection for a little while. I've got some really cool ones in here. Not the most expensive ones necessarily, but certainly a large amount. I've got a few fakes as well to show you just because they're always kind of fun to look at. But we'll take a look at where my collection's up to so far. So we'll start towards the back. All the best stuff is in the front, so we'll go to that at the end. So here's the fakes. So these obviously are all fake. This I just thought was really, really funny. And then we've got some of these that you get over at Diamond's Loot Cave. I think he's still making these things, but basically you put them under the correct light and then it looks like the picture, really. It's actually quite cool. I'm sure you guys have seen them all before, but it's just a pretty cool thing to look at. So we'll start there, just the kind of usual nonsense. I don't count these in my numbers. We will do a recount at the very end discussing how many I've got. So the first thing we'll do is we'll go over to the Blue Eyes Ultimates, which are just on the other page here. So we'll start with those. Apologies if there is too much glare. I'll try and move these around so you guys can see it a little bit more. Let's get that out of the way. I've been doing some other videos, so things are a little bit hectic in here at the moment. As you can see off at the Bandai set here, the 4-piece, which if you guys haven't seen before, is really, really neat. I'll try and bring it up to the camera for you a little bit. And hopefully you guys can see some more detail on that. And then I've got it in the one here, so I'll just take that out real quick so you guys can see. I'm just doing this from the other side of the camera. Slightly awkward, but hopefully you guys can get a good look in at least. So these are the Bandai ones. This is from like the Season 0. If you guys haven't seen it, I would highly recommend it. We've got one copy of Alternative. That is just for the collection purposes. We don't really count that in with these. And then of course we've got 12 copies of Blue Eyes Ultimate here. We've got a big variety of them. We've got Legendary Collection, we've got Premium Gold, we've got Retro Pack, we've got Jumps, and a whole bunch of others as well. So it's really, really cool having just a nice big different collection, and of course I'm more about the numbers than necessarily the quality, but of course if we see something really cool we pick it up as we go along. And of course we've got a whole load of blank pages here. We put these around the back because I picked these up much less than the other ones. So let's go ahead to the front. We'll skip over the first page. We'll hold that right to the end because that's the best part, and we'll go straight to here. So of course, as you can see, plenty of options here. So we have the Yap version here. We've got Legendary Collection Kaiba, Structured X, Retro Pack Blue Eyes, which is quite nice. We've got the Collector Tin one here. We've got an Ultimate Rare. This is actually surprisingly cheap, but it's a really, really nice card. I'd recommend picking these up if you want to run Blue Eyes in your deck and you want Ultimate Rares. They're the ones to go for. We'll take a look at some of these other kind of nicer versions here. I won't go through all the Structured X ones because you've all seen them before. And that's the Anniversary Pack one. Let's have a look. Retro Pack. Some of these, of course, are a little bit expensive. There's definitely more expensive ones out there, though, that I want to get hold of. You know, the legendary ones like DDS and that kind of thing, but those prices are just absolutely heinous. I certainly don't have it kicking about. We've got the movie pack version, of course. You've got the alternate versions here, the one with the stone slab and the one with the world in the background. We'll just dig that one out for you again because it's something that you don't see as much. It's not particularly rare, but it's one of them weird ones that, you know, people don't necessarily pay attention to the background unless they're a die-hard fan. We move on, of course, this is pretty much just pure quantity here. We are just mostly Structured X here. We move on, more or less more of the same. As you can see, the numbers are quite high. Some really cool old first prints of the Evolution version of the card, which is really, really nice. And the mayhem of numbers continues. What is really cool is seeing the difference in colour of prints. So like you can get two from the exact same deck. Neither of these are first edition. Both of them are Structured X Kaiba. And yet this one is very, very bright and this one's very, very dark. Now this does have an E on it, which I believe from the old sets means it was the European print. So I assume that this will be a US print of the original Blue Eyes. I could be wrong on that. If anyone does know out there and wants to correct me on that, feel free to do so. Of course, we just carry on looking through all of this exciting stuff. More or less more of the same. But our numbers game is getting really, really strong now. I got more and more of those movie pack ones coming in. I just keep picking these up everywhere. There's another ulti there, which is really nice. I think I've got a couple of commons in here too. These are fucking ugly. Don't buy these. These are horrible. let's keep going. Let's have a look. Again, more of the same. Another ulti here, so I've got a play set, which is real nice. Again, nothing too like extreme or exciting in this one. And then it sort of ends there. Now we'll go to the front page because that's the best part, and then we'll do a quick count up. And hopefully you guys can see all of these nicely. So we got this one again. It's not particularly pricey, but this is from the Kyber game that was on the PC. It's just a nice, like, almost like a parallel secret, which we've kind of seen coming back into the fold a little bit, which is just really cool. We've got the Ghost Rail one. This one is actually kind of expensive. As far as Blue Eyes go, it's not actually that bad, but it does look really, really nice. Even though it's gold, it's Ghost Gold, it's really fucking cool. Took me a while to pick that one up. This is one of those weird ones that were just like, I don't know, it's like really, really difficult to find. I don't believe it's fake or anything like that. Like looking at it, it all looks real. The quality looks really good. I don't know what kind of value it's got, but it is, you know, kind of neat. I've never seen another one of those before. And then move on. This one's a little bit battered, but if I remember rightly, these have actually got a little bit of value when they're in mint. But this one's absolutely battered, but I took it anyway because you don't see them very often. Let's have a look. We have... So we go on to our Jump promo one here. That's another alternate art version, which is just really, really cool. I really like this one a lot. We've got an Ultimate Rare OCG version of Blue Eyes Ultimate. This is really, really nice. Again, another one that's, I believe, kind of hard to find. It's a little bit pricey. Fortunately, Jam Cards UK, you'll see his link in the description. He hooks me up with these as and when they come in. He knows I'll just take them straight off his hands, and then we arrange payment later. We've got this version here, the Duelist League version. This is like a blue rare, which is kind of neat. It looks like a sky blue. It's not like a normal silver. I don't know if we can really see that on camera very well. I've never been able to find another copy of this online. Certainly not with that colour right in, but with some of the others. Here we have the Legend of Blue Eyes one. Unfortunately not first edition. I did have a few of those and sold them back in the day before they were worth as much as they are now. And lastly on here, we have this really, really neat Bandai Blue Eyes, which is really, really cool. I want to try and get these with English writing. I have seen them out there. I know another collector who I often cross paths with, and he's got me on Facebook, so he knows who he is. He's got the English version of this, which is just insane, and I'm pretty jealous of the whole thing. I do have a Steel Edition one, which I didn't bring with me for the video because I'm an idiot. You may see that one of my older videos if you want to go take a look at that. It's from the OCG. They're really, really cool, really heavy steel version. But we'll just go ahead and go through the numbers now. So we'll start with the Blue Eyes Ultimate so we can do a quick countdown, and then we can compare that to our older videos the next time we go on. So ignoring all that rubbish, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. We'll count these as separate ones. 17 copies of Blue Eyes Ultimate here, 18 including the one on the front page, and then we'll go over to these. So we're going to do some quick maths here. Let's see how good Yu-Gi-Oh skills are doing us. Okay, so that's 8, 17, 26, 35, 44, 53, 62, 71, 80, 89, 98, 107, 116, 125, 134, 143, 152, 161, 170, 179, 188, 197. This maths is killing me. 206, 207, 208, 209, 210, 11, 12, 13, 14. 214 copies plus a steel one. 215 copies of Blue Eyes White Dragon in the collection so far. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this video. Just a quick one for you guys to have a look at. But I know you avid fans out there. If you have enjoyed the video and you want to see these in future, please remember to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed the garbage content I put together for you enough to hit subscribe and maybe even drop a thumbs up and a comment. Before you go, be sure to check out the links in the description to help support the people who are making this channel a possibility. Thanks again for checking in, and I'll see you in the next one.